Hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the 24-hour challenge. And in this episode, we are going to be taking a look at the Grubby chest. I'm going to grind out temple spiders for 24 hours straight. We're going to see how many keys we can get from the Grubby chest, and to be completely honest with you, the Grubby chest has a lot of useful things for my account, like Ceradim and Bruise, Super Restores, Blood Runes, Law Runes, Astrals, Sharks, stuff I generally can't get anywhere else. So I'm looking forward to grinding this out. We are starting at 6 million range experience. I'm going to range these guys. I have a Bofa. It's going to be the best thing for me to use. I have loads of prayer pots, over 800. So I am going to see how many keys we can get in 24 hours. Well, the 24 hours is up, and let's go ahead and take a look at the skills. When we started, we had 94 hit points and we had 91 range. We got 2 whole range levels from this. We killed roughly 5,000 temple spiders, and I will be showing the loot from the loot tab up on the screen right now. You're going to be looking at 2 different pictures. I did some on my laptop and some on my desktop, and for those of you that are good at math, when you add those 2 numbers together, it's not quite 5,000. I was wearing a Ring of Wealth the entire time because I wanted to try and get some loot path or tooth half keys. Unfortunately, I only got 1 loot path the entire time, so I was a little underrated for that. But we got 558k cash and we got 53 Grubby keys. Now with the drop rate of the coins, that does bring us to around 5,000 KC. So we did pretty well here with the keys. I want to go ahead and show you guys this, and then we'll take a look at the total loot from the temple spiders if you were to spend 24 hours here for whatever reason. And I'm gonna go open these chests up and then we'll do an entire loot breakdown. Alrighty, so before we get into the Grubby chest loot, if you all end up enjoying today's episode, please think about hitting that like button, the subscribe button, and turning on that bell notification icon so you get notified whenever I upload videos like this one. As far as gear goes for this 24-hour challenge, there's nothing special outside of the Bofa that we have. I was wearing full Blessed, I had Bear's Gloves, I was wearing a Ring of Wealth, a Holy Blessing, a Ceradim Cloak, and a Glory. I was able to achieve roughly 210 kills over the 24 hours per hour. Now I was able to end up with about 53 Grubby keys, as I previously shown in the last clip, and they go for about 35k each on the Grand Exchange if you're a normal account. Would I suggest doing this for 24 hours to make money? Absolutely not, but here I am killing 5,000 of these things for 53 keys, so I can make a video about obsolete chest content, so who am I to judge? So let's go ahead and look here at everything I got from the Grubby chest. Now the grand total of the loot here comes to about 2.54 mil on the plugin hub, but it's about 2.4 mil here. I guess they're giving some value to these sacks, which I will never utilize. So if we add all the loot from the Grubby chests, and we add that to the other loot that we got from the temple spiders that you surely would pick up from farming these for 24 hours if that's what you wanted to do for whatever reason, the grand total would come to about 9.71 mil. And the price check on the keys when we had them was 1.85 mil. So I guess if you wanted, you could buy the keys and open up this chest, although I would advise against it because you can only take 2 keys at a time. So the really useful things we got for us here are the Toad Flax, the Snapdragons. I don't really have a good way of getting Super Restores, so getting these potions was nice as well as the Snapdragons. The runes are always nice. I'm never going to complain about Dragon Bones. The Sharks are going to be super useful since I don't get a lot of those from chests as well. The Torstals will be nice when I finally get a high enough Herblore level to make super combat potions. And the dragon arrowheads are going to be useful as well for when I finally get my twisted bow in about 60 years after I hit the ripe age of 89, and then finally able to retire in the United States and pursue my second job as a content creator. Now, a pretty neat thing I learned on this grind is that Jagex attacks bot farms pretty quickly. I noticed about halfway through that players ranging from levels 27 to 30 were picking up red spider eggs down here while I was killing the red temple spiders, and were hopping between 2 worlds and banking them at the bank I was just at in Hasidius. I figured out that the full rotation of the bots took them about 3 minutes between world hopping and picking up all of the spider eggs here. They would pick up these 3, these 4, and then these 2 over here. And they were undeterred from anything I was leaving behind, even red noted spider eggs, some rune med helms, and other stuff. Now I did notice that they were sitting right here and then logging out and world hopping to the other world and repeating, and then they would hop back and pick these eggs up as well. And they would do so with a 0.2 to 2 second interval between each egg pickup. And sometimes they would vary the path up here, and that was the only deviation. I did some math and I calculated that they were able to make about 247k per hour, with the only requirement being 43 prayer and enough play time and total levels to sell on the Grand Exchange. Now, I found 10 different bots doing the same exact thing. I'm assuming all by the same bot farmer. I wrote their names down, scouted their activity over the course of the 5 days that I spent here, and I reported them to Jagex and tweeted at Modash to let them know what was going on. Even though I'm pretty sure these bots ran more than 8 hours a day, I set that as my default for all 10, and hoping that they had some dignity, and calculated that they made roughly 20 mil per day at 8 hours a day with the 10 bots. Now I'm sure they had more, but I don't know that for certain. I planned on recording some of their movements and following them around at the end of this video, but I was unable to do that because by the time I was done, all of the bots I'm assuming have been banned because they no longer show up on the high scores. So my assumption is that they've been banned, in which case I congratulate myself for not wasting 24 hours doing a pointless chest video of obsolete content, but instead spending 24 hours scouting a bot farm and getting it banned. Thanks guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Special shout out to my channel members Tom, Father Duo, and Rob K. Your support honestly goes above and beyond, and for the rest of you, thank you all so much for the support you have given me and the channel. And I will see all you beautiful people next time.